Happy Lunar New Year, everyone. Welcome to InfoScope. I'm your host, Hannah Kim. InfoScope is back with the latest from the IT and science worlds. Today is Seol, the first day of the new year on the lunar calendar, and in Korea, people celebrate Seol by having tteokguk or rice cake soup. According to Korean culture, if you eat tteokguk, it means you become a year older. Now, just like people, the stars we see in the sky also age. In fact, a new map of the galaxy has been revealed. But unlike any map we've seen to date, this one reveals how old the stars are in the Milky Way. Let's find out more about this and other stories on Briefing Scope. Astronomers have revealed a Gallica map that shows the age of 70,000 stars in the Milky Way. Researchers estimated the stars' age based on star mass and color-coded them. This map will help estimate the age of countless other stars. New research has revealed that a substantial percentage of cases of elderly depression is due to blocked peripheral blood vessels in the brain that help determine emotions in people. Researchers emphasize the importance of diagnosing and treating vascular depression in the early stages. Korean researchers have deciphered how exactly magnesium alloy bioresorbable implants prompt the creation of new bone material as part of the healing process. As the alloy dissolves, calcium and phosphorus, two key components of bone tissue, are transformed to fit into the bone structure. A joint team of researchers from the Korea Polar Research Institute and the US-based Rutgers University has found that phytoplankton do not photosynthesize as efficiently as the lab data shows. The team reported that they were able to better understand how these organisms convert light to energy. Well, there you have it, some great news stories here on InfoScope on Seol. Now moving on, as part of commemorating the Lunar New Year and welcoming the year of the red monkey, Industry Inside looks into the relationship between humans, apes, and monkeys. Which primate are we closely related to, and do we have a common ancestor? Let's find out more.
Monkeys have always been known to be intelligent. Their trademark features are the red posterior and tail. However, some primates don't have tails. These include chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans, also known as apes. Humans are commonly called hairless apes. Scientists say that apes are more closely related to humans than monkeys are. About 5 to 10 million years ago, humans and apes had a common ancestor. Moving further back, around 20 to 50 million years ago, humans, apes, and monkeys shared a common ancestor. The common ancestry implies that these creatures lived together and steadily evolved into humans and apes.
조상을 해당할 수 있는 예를 들면 개체수가 한 100만 마리 있었으면 그 중에 몇십만 마리는 사람의 방향으로 진화했고 그 중에 몇십만 마리는 침팬지 방향으로 이제 원숭이 방향으로 진화했다고 보시면 되거든요.
Among the apes, humans are most related to chimpanzees, followed by gorillas, orangutans, and gibbons. The biggest difference between apes and humans is that humans are fully bipedal and have a brain capacity that is 3 times that of chimpanzees, allowing for high-dimensional thought processes. The Ebola virus epidemic, which started in West Africa in 2013, claimed more than 10,000 lives as it spread across the world. In spring of 2015, the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, or MERS, hit Korea and took the lives of 38 people. The World Health Organization convened a panel of scientists and public health experts and selected the top 8 emerging diseases. This list includes familiar entries like Ebola, MERS, and SARS, along with the lesser-known Marburg virus disease, Nipah virus, Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever, Lassa fever, and Rift Valley fever. These diseases have a high chance of causing severe outbreaks, but there aren't any vaccines or treatments for them yet. Nipah virus disease has high infectivity as pigs can act as intermediaries between humans and bats. Lassa fever is particularly lethal for pregnant women and newborn babies. The WHO panel did not include viruses or diseases that have been extensively researched to date, such as avian influenza and HIV. Korea and the rest of the world will need to be prepared for new epidemics and be able to keep them under control. We all require a certain amount of sleep. Why is that? Scientists explain that it's because the brain needs to take out the trash. When a brain is active throughout the day, it generates toxins, which include proteins that can cause dementia. Not eliminating these toxins can lead to a drop in brain functions. When a person sleeps, this waste is flushed out of the brain. Cerebrospinal fluid flows through the brain and cleans out the toxins that have built up between brain cells.
이 그림프는 특히 자는 도중에 활성화되는데 그 이유는 뇌세포가 자는 동안에 크기가 작아들고 쪼가들면 그 주위에 있는 그 그림프관이 넓어지고 그 넓어진 관을 통해서 뇌 안의 노폐물이 청소화된다고 이해하시면 될 것 같습니다.
According to research conducted by the University of Rochester in 2013 with mice, this brain-cleaning system becomes 10 times more active when a mouse is asleep compared to when it's awake. Last year, researchers from UC Berkeley found that lack of sleep can cause heavy deposits of proteins that are believed to trigger Alzheimer's disease. Sleep, which takes up about 1/3 of an average human lifespan, can make or break your day. Sleep isn't just a trip into dreamland, but a vital biological function for a healthy life.
I'd like to wish everybody on our beautiful planet Earth a very fun New Year's Eve.
This is British astronaut Timothy Peake, currently based in the International Space Station. Peake made the news some time ago for calling a wrong number instead of his parents for Christmas and saying, "Hello, is this planet Earth?" The International Space Station stays in low Earth orbit at an altitude of 350 kilometers and makes a different orbit around Earth every 90 minutes. The space station can establish a direct communication link with Earth-based control centers when it passes above one, which happens about once or twice a day, and the contact time is limited to 10 minutes. However, it maintains 24-hour communications with NASA. The space station manages this with the help of the TDRS system, consisting of 9 satellites placed 120 degrees apart in geostationary orbit. This system also tracks the location of other artificial satellites and inspects their orbit and relays remote signals. The International Space Station is in constant contact with Earth 24 hours a day. Maybe you, too, could receive a call from space.
I never knew that it was possible for someone in space to call someone on Earth. Super, super cool. Now, there are other scientific developments that are just as fascinating. For example, there's a new technology that can allow a person to see through organs. Let's find out more about this and other new ideas in Tech a Peek.
On the left is the brain of a 3-week-old mouse, and on the right is a see-through representation. The conventional method of inspecting the brain involves taking shots of thin slices of the brain tissue and combining those images on a computer. Korean scientists have developed high-speed transparency technology that makes it possible to observe biological tissues without causing any structural damage. The biological tissue to be observed is dipped in acrylamide solution, a solution used for making contact lenses. Following that, the temperature is raised, causing small molecules to mesh together. At that point, a surface active agent melts the lipids while keeping the cells and structures intact, presenting a transparent representation of the tissue. The researchers have succeeded in making a transparent mouse embryo, a 3-week-old mouse, a rabbit brain and heart, human spine tissue, and an octopus.
기존의 방법처럼 한 장 한 장 얇은 조직을 잘라서 들여다본다면 수천 수만 장을 이어붙여야지 하나의 뉴런의 모양을 볼 수 있기 때문에 자르지 않고 투명화된 상태에서 뉴런을 따라서 모양을 볼 수 있다는 것은 매우 큰 장점이 되겠습니다.
This technology can be used not only for brain mapping but also for speeding up diagnoses. The research was published in the international science journal Scientific Reports. This rocket has succeeded in placing a satellite in orbit and is returning to Earth. It lands 10 minutes later. This is Falcon 9, created by American civilian aerospace manufacturer SpaceX. Reusable rockets may reduce the launch cost to just 1/10 of the current cost. Reusable rockets are one of Science Magazine's hot trends of 2016. Other predictions for trending technologies include gene therapy, terminating AIDS, and flexible electronics. One trend that's not expected to make a splash this year is large-scale government weather data. There are predictions that it will not be enough to provide customized daily weather information to consumers. Science also predicts that India may get the spotlight for the highest greenhouse gas emissions this year. The magazine has called for caution in Latin America, where the Zika virus is taking over the chikungunya virus. This wraps up Science's predictions for 2016. Korea's percentage of GDP for R&D investment in 2014 was 4.29%, the highest in the world. However, whether the results have been worth the investment is another matter. One reason for the lack of results is the comparatively small budget, only 1/8 of that of the United States, and another is the lack of mid- and long-term investment strategies.
지금까지 꾸준히 해서 아주 심도 있게 예산 작업이라든가 사업 전략에 반영했던 것이 이렇게 흔한 것은 아니었습니다. 예를 들어서 뭐 바이오를 어떻게 하느냐, 뭐 나노를 어떻게 하느냐 이렇게 단편적으로 이렇게 발표는 많이 했지만
The Korean government has established initial strategies for government mid- and long-term investment in R&D. The government has selected 9 key fields for investment, including ICT and software, and biological and public health care.
관계부처에서는 선택과 집중의 R&D 투자 전력을 바탕으로 중장기적으로 제2, 제3의 혁신적 R&D 성공 사례가 지속적으로 탄생할 수 있는 여건을 마련하는 데 최선을 다해 나가야 하겠습니다.
The initial strategies will be effective until 2018, and after that, the government will steadily extend the plan into 5-year, long-term strategies.
From new technologies to comprehensive government R&D plans, it looks like the Korean science world will see many changes in 2016. I hope that you too have new plans for 2016, and I hope you get to achieve all those goals this year. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next week with more interesting and informative news from the IT and science worlds. Enjoy spending time with your family and friends and get a lot of rest. Happy Lunar New Year, everyone. Goodbye.